What up, homies? Welcome back, Conspiracy University. All right, y'all. So I've made a video before, previously about maritime law, but I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth about some things, and I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to talk around it. All right. So if y'all can try to stay with me, that way I don't have to use exact words, and I don't want to risk this video maybe getting taken down, because I feel like I'm about to drop some hot fire. But anyway, so Admiralty law. Admiralty law, or maritime law, is a body of law that governs nautical issues and private maritime disputes. Admiralty law consists of both domestic law on maritime activities and private international law governing the relationships between private parties operating or using ocean-going ships. I repeat, using ocean-going ships. While each legal jurisdiction usually has its own legislation governing maritime matters, the international nature of the topic and the need for uniformity has, since 1990, led to considerable international maritime law developments, including numerous multilateral treaties. All right, y'all. So, look, I'm going to go here to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. All right. I want y'all to remember these people here because they up there. Whenever I talk about the ops, top five, top 10, America's Most Wanted ops, they up there, all right? So, the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, also called the Law of the Sea Convention or the Law of the Sea Treaty, is an international agreement that establishes a legal framework for all marine and maritime activities. As of June 2016, 167 countries and the European Union are parties. The convention resulted from the Third United Nations Conference on the Law of the Sea, which took place between 73 and 82. So, I don't really have to go into all this because of just a lot of big words, and you know, they don't really want anyone to be able to break it down anyway. So that's not what I'm going to do here. So, as of right now, we're going over the maritime law. So I'm going to show y'all a couple things, all right? For one, y'all see this here, all right? Whenever you see a flag, we see the red flag, we know automatically, right? Same thing whenever you're driving down the street and you see the stoplight. When the light turns yellow, and then you know it's going to turn red. Everyone does it, right? We do it all the time, so we know what the red rag means, right? People game bang with these. The blue one, we know what the blue one means, right? You got your Bloods, you got your Crips. So when you see the flag, you know what the flag means. I want you to remember this, all right? Because I'm using these as examples for a reason, all right? So as you can see here, we have a baby, right? So this little baby here, whenever it's inside the womb, it's inside of this thing we like to call here the placenta, right? I try to get a better picture of the placenta, you know what I mean? Because, like, let's keep it real, y'all. I wasn't trying to do this and put this on the screen, so I apologize. My bad. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? The baby comes out in the placenta, right? So you would think you could somewhat correlate that as to, you coming on, you docking up at sea and, abandoning ship, right? Well, that's what they would consider it, as you abandoning your ship. Why? Because we leave the placenta behind, right? Most of the time. Most of the time, you leave the placenta behind. Or if not, they will sell it to you, but it's very expensive. So, not the average person is able just to buy the placenta. So let's just say they would consider that abandoning ship, right? And then you would think, well, what happens after that? Well, if you abandon ship and they practically, nobody comes and claims you, well, then what do you know? This is where your old birth certificate comes into play, right? That old, good old birth certificate. So, again, y'all, I never come on here and say anything that I say is just 100% right. It's factual. But, you know, I do my due diligence. So I'm going to go ahead and present this information to y'all, nonetheless. So, right here, we have the placenta, right? So, I'll explain this to y'all. So, this is what I'm saying, all right? If you can see what I mean, as far as abandoning ship, and as far as the first things I was talking about right here, when it comes to these type of laws, how would you know, right? Or how would you be able to distinguish if we were under this law or if we know we're under a different law? Well, I'm finna show you, all right? I'm finna break it down for y'all. So do you remember how I showed y'all the rags? I showed you the blue rag, the red rag. We know exactly what that rag means, right? When we see it. The same way that these people know whenever they fly in their flags, they know exactly what they mean and what they're doing. All right, so look, I'm finna show y'all. You see right here on the screen, I have pictures of the courtrooms put up, all right? So, whenever we step into a courtroom, it's going over our head, right? We're not really paying attention because, I mean, they don't want us to. But when you step into the courtroom and you have, your judge and you got your attorney who you think's defending you, but at the end of the day, they're there to uphold the law. So when they speaking to the judge and they go back and forth, they sometimes use vocabulary that we have no knowledge of, right? We have no idea that they're using these words, and sometimes that attorney is not there to help you. So I'm saying all this to say that when you step into this area right here, right? Like you see this guy right here. Well, what do you know? Look, this is actually Harris County too, y'all. This is where I'm at. Now that's a coincidence right there because I did not do this on purpose. But this dude right here stepping up to the judge, right? Because he's about to either get convicted or take his sentence or sign for his time, or this is lawyer right there. It's probably a court appointed lawyer who's just trying to get that check and get out of there. He's not worried about this dude. So remember I was talking to y'all about the flags, right? You got your red rag, your blue rag. We all know what it means. So I want to show y'all something, all right? I want y'all to see their flags back there, right? Because no matter what, in all of these courtrooms, all of them, they gonna bang their flags, all right? They gonna represent. And you see, you got that one back there. Now, in this case, it would be in Texas. So you got your Texas flag, but you got your American flag. You're always gonna have it in every single courtroom. I want y'all to really look right there, all right, and see that that's not regular or that's not the same as any other one, all right? You see, you got that little trim around there. You got that Trinidad James gold all on my chain. Y'all see that though, right? All right, well, that's important right there because that's how, when it comes down to it, that's how this douchebag right here and the other douchebag right here, she's a douchebag too. They probably don't even, she probably doesn't know. He knows. But this is how they get down on our people and how they're able to put us in cages, right? Like animals and savages. Because little do we know, we're underneath this law right here, right? Whenever we step foot into that courtroom, the moment you step out of the courtroom, hey, well, it's a different story. But when you step into it, that's where they get you, right? Now you could be like, "Oh man, you crazy, man." No, well, I'm actually not crazy. Well, maybe I am. I might be a little crazy, but not like this. So it don't matter where we go. They're gonna have the state flag. We're gonna have the American flag, right? No matter where we go. If it's a courtroom, if there's a judge, Trinidad James, gold all in my chain, right? Every time, because that's gonna represent that law right there, right? That's gonna represent the law. And as you know, that's where they're able to chingaling us, right? Let me see. I got more pictures here, y'all. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna show y'all that it's only going to be. Look at these right here. Tell me they ain't banging right. Tell me these people is not gang banging right here. They gotta be. But still, Trinidad James, gold everything. You see the gold, right? You see the gold trim. Y'all see that every time. So let's just say, oh, but they're like that's on all flags. No, it's not actually. So let me show you down in the Capitol, right? Look at these. These don't got Trinidad James right here on them, right? Now, for those of y'all who don't know who Trinidad James is, that's he used to be a great philosopher back in the day, but he had a one hit wonder back then. Gold all in my chain or gold all everything. But I'm referencing that to use for the word gold, all right? Because there's a gold trim on the ones in the courtroom. But over here, there's no gold trim, right? I got a few more saved for y'all. Just a regular old normal average Joe right there, right? No Trinidad James going on because we're not inside the courtroom where they finna chingulate people and throw them away in cages. I got a couple more. Let me see. We got a nice little shot right here while the flag's outside. Washington, D.C. somewhere, right? Trinidad James? No, sir. He's not here today. All right, I might have like maybe one more. It's a good one right here. Look, check it out, y'all. This is gonna be the last one I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna end the video with this picture right here, right? So y'all can see in full detail that boom, there is no Trinidad James present here on this flag, all right? It's just a regular old plain Jane. So, like I said before, I could be 100% wrong, right? Chances are, I don't think I am, but if I am, I will always accept them losses, and I will always I stand on it. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not ever gonna run from it. And if I can be corrected to learn something, I'm all here for it. But as always, y'all, I appreciate every single one of y'all who come over here and rock with me. Eyes open out there, homies. Stay safe.